Hello and welcome to Shooting the Shit with Vicki. It's Monday, November 24th, and Rufus is going to bark in about 10 seconds because he's going to want to go into Snuffy's studio. And Snuffy was trying to get him in there before I did this, and he didn't want to go. Now, of course, that I'm doing this, and of course, now I want to change my hair again. What else is new? Hi, everybody. How are you? Yes, very ish. I know. There he goes, trying to get into Snuffy's studio. That's the way that's gonna be. And I'm gonna change my hair again. Let's see. I do this every week, don't I? I get here and I look in the thing. We're having an issue because our heater in our bathroom won't turn off, which is kind of scary. Because I don't want heat on all the time. That can't be safe. And the switch won't go off. And Snuffy tried to use the circuit breaker, and that didn't work. You know, I might as well not even bother to try to do my hair before I come on here because I change it every week as soon as I get here. All right, there's that. Hi, Carol, how are you? Yeah, stuff to talk about. Not particularly fun stuff. Now I got my ring all full of hairspray. I don't even know where to start. It's been a week. It's been a time. And I was really wise to listen to my gut last week. Because you may recall that last Monday I was telling you guys that I had decided to go easy. I'm going to sit down because, my hip's bothering me. I told you guys I had decided to go easy on myself on Thanksgiving because it had been a particularly rough time. We had been in the ER last Sunday with Snuffy and the welts, and you know I had the call back and had to have a diagnostic mammogram, and you know there was just a lot of stuff going on. And so I had ordered a charcuterie board from Borderie, and that's being delivered this Wednesday. And then I ordered pies from the Milk Bar in New York. And then last Monday, as I was telling the wonderful women in our Women Who Write workshop that I wanted to take it easy on myself, I got off the workshop, and right away on my Instagram, Adam Perry Lang, who is the premier barbecuer in all of California as far as I know, good evening Dot, was making these turkeys, these huge 22, 24-pound turkeys, juicy as hell, smoking them on cherry wood on the open barbecue, I guess, and then hacking, you know, with this what is that thing called? Not a hacker, not a chainsaw. FYI, went to the doctor and I have an allergy, so I'm taking over. You're taking. I don't know what you're taking. You're taking something every day. You're taking. I can't see what it says. You're taking a pill every day. Also, well, yeah, allergy. Yes, I'm not up to my. Yeah, I got allergy news for you too. I'm sorry that you have allergies to deal with, Carol, but that seems to be a better thing than other possible things it could be, right? So anyway, so with a cleaver, he was hacking this huge juicy turkey with a cleaver. And then he said, order for Thanksgiving. And I came in and I showed it to Snuffy, and we've gotten barbecue from APL is his barbecue name. And he does these pop-ups. It's been in Venice for the last like 2 years, I think, at this gin rummy bar or something. And he's out in the parking lot. And it's first come till he runs out on Saturdays and Sundays. And he has a varying menu. He always has, you know, pork ribs, and he always has beef ribs, and then he'll throw in rack of lamb or wagyu or, you know, all kinds of other things. Fish sometimes, chicken sometimes, but anyway, he was doing these turkeys for Thanksgiving, and I showed Snuffy, and it was like crazy expensive and a really big bird, but I said, you know, it would just make Thanksgiving so much easier and stuff. He said, do it, do it. So I ordered it, and I was thrilled. We have to go down to Venice at 9 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning and pick it up. And I'm not sending Snuffy alone. History has proven that is not a good thing to do. It's not fair to do to him, because I'm like, you know, we just, we got to do the food thing. So, and Adam has like a hard, and it ends at 11 because they want to go to their families, and there's no way I'd wait that late to pick it up anyway. So, so we, and I was feeling so good. Yeah, it's going to be like a much smoother Thanksgiving. And then I decided I usually just take sweet potatoes and roast them for 3-4 hours till they get really sweet and soft. And then I make like Brussels sprouts or something. And the last couple of years I've made this Thanksgiving salad also, which has pomegranate and yams, and it has pecans in it and stuff, and spinach. It's really good. I thought, okay, I'll make that. And then I saw this recipe on Facebook. I never follow recipes. I do everything by feel. But I saw these sweet potatoes that were peeled and cut and then drizzled olive oil and maple syrup and salt and pepper and stuff, and cooked in the oven, roasted until they caramelized, and then turned them over and they caramelize again. And I thought, that looks really good. Okay, I'm not making the turkey. I think I'm gonna do that. Then I decided, Samantha doesn't eat sweet potatoes. I always make her a baked potato, and her dad's gonna be here. Gabe's coming for Thanksgiving. He doesn't eat sweet potatoes either. And I thought, well, I can make a couple of white potatoes. I think I'm gonna make mashed potatoes. I actually thought about it. Gabe probably won't eat those, but that's the way that ball bounces. I'm making mashed potatoes. I've never in my whole life made mashed potatoes, because I love a good baked potato cooked a really long time till it's really, really soft. Not when they get hard and yucky, when they're really, really soft. Then you mash in the butter and the salt and the pepper, and you mash it all around, and kind of mashed potatoes without all the other stuff, without the milk, I guess. And yeah, it kind of is mashed potato the way it ends up. So I guess I've made my version of mashed potatoes. So in any case, boy, I could do that. I could bake the potatoes and then mash them, because they come out really good instead of boiling them. I'm gonna have to think about this. So anyway, I decided I'd make mashed potatoes. I'm gonna make that caramelized sweet potato. I'm gonna make my Thanksgiving salad. Then my stuffing, and I always get the Italian sausage at Costco because they have the best. They're fresh, and they didn't have them. They've been weird with them. They moved them from the butcher over to this other aisle and put them in a box last year, which was weird to begin with. Still tasted good. This year, none. I'm like, what do I do now? So we're gonna have to get them elsewhere, and they're never the same. In New York, you can get good Italian sausage anywhere. Very difficult in Los Angeles, I have found. But anyway, but then I'm like, okay, I'm making stuffing and I'm not putting it in the bird. And I've cooked extra stuffing outside of the bird since we've lived in this house, because Snuffy likes it crispy and there's never enough. So, but I don't like the way it is. It doesn't have the same flavor. It's not as moist. I thought, I'm going to get turkey fat. Where can I get turkey fat? And I thought, well, I'll ask Adam Perry Lang if he'll give me drippings from the turkey that I'm getting, and I can use that. No, he's not. It turns out he's surprising everybody and giving them 2 quarts of turkey gravy that he's making himself, which will be outrageously wonderful. Oh yeah, and by the way, I lost my email to pick up the turkey. And I'm like, oh my God. And I don't lose emails, and I'm really good about keeping track of things. I spent 2 hours trying to find that email in every one of, I have 5 different emails in every one of my boxes, in my trash, in my, gone. And I'm absolutely mortified. So that was so on the American Express receipt, it gave a phone number, so I was able to text and say, help, up? Will this work? Yes, okay. In any case, so I have all these things in place. I'm thinking, okay, it's not going to be that easy a Thanksgiving because I'm going to make the sausage. I'm going to cook the mushrooms. I'm going to make the stuffing. Oh, and the turkey. So it turned out with the turkey fat, we found online, rendered, chicken fat. They call it schmaltz. Chicken fat is called schmaltz. You can get that in a jar. You can get it in a container at some places, but not turkey. There was only one thing that had turkey fat in a jar, and it was going to take like 2 weeks. And Snuffy did a FedEx thing. Was still going to be lucky to get it by Wednesday. Don't know. So my job now is to go down and beg the butcher at the supermarket to give me turkey fat. And the thing is that when they give you a turkey at this supermarket, they don't give you any of the insides. They don't give you the neck. They don't give you the stuff. They don't give you anything. So I don't know if you guys have been talking to me. No, you guys are being very quiet. You're not talking to me. We're a very small group today. I guess it's because I've been getting on so late. And also I've noticed there wasn't a lot of, things are very quiet. Maybe it's because it's the holiday week. I don't know, but it seems, social media seems very quiet to me today. I don't think I posted anything yesterday, but I didn't post my show until like 3:30 this afternoon. So maybe that's why. Maybe people think I'm taking the day off. I don't know. But in any case, I had my whole menu in place. I'm going to make some schlag. Hi, Tony. I'm going to make some homemade whipped cream schlag for the pies. We ended up picking up another pie. I'm getting Milk Bar's pumpkin pie and their chewy crack pie milk bar, and then we got a pecan pie from Costco. We didn't buy one of the pumpkin pies because it was too soon. It wouldn't have stayed. Meanwhile, the pumpkin pie goes sliding out of the thing into the bag. I had to put, anyway. And we got a gallon of vanilla Haagen-Dazs. We got chocolates. We've got salted caramels. We've got peppermint bark. We've got all kinds of stuff. We have, this incredible charcuterie board. And so I feel like I'm set, and it's going to be a pretty stressless, pretty great Thanksgiving. And I go on Thursday to have my my diagnostic mammogram, and I'm optimistic because my doctor told me not to worry. It says benign. It says I'm zero. It says they're just like trying to make money and get me in there again. Excellent hair day. Thank you, Tony. I was fixing my hair with spray when we started the show. So I think it's better now than it was when I first went on the air. I was having a rough hair day. I haven't done anything. I've been wanting to curl since the day I had my hair done when I had it curly, and I haven't curled it since. It's just, I'm always late anyway. I'd be like an hour later. But thank you for that, because I was futzing. So anyway, I go for the diagnostic, and I have to get up at like 5 in the morning, and I get there, and they keep me waiting I'm the first appointment. They keep me waiting over an hour and 10 minutes, and they're taking other people who came later. And I'm like, finally, I said, Vicki Abelson, and they took me immediately. They take me in there to do the diagnostic. And this one is like not comfortable. This girl's really, and she's training somebody. So now it's going to take twice as long because she's training somebody and explaining everything. And they do like, I don't know, 4 different views on each. And I'd already had a mammogram with 2 views on each. So a little tender the week before, and I'm okay. But now they're like really squishing the hell out of me. And she said, okay, I'm going to go into the doctor and he'll, let you know what's going on. But he might still be in surgery doing a biopsy. And I'm like, okay. She comes back and she said, oh, he's still busy. You'll hear from the doctor later today. Later today? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now it's 8:30. What? Later today? I'm like, oh my God, I have to wait more. Oh, shoot. And okay, I decide, okay, I'm gonna, okay, it's gonna be okay. The doctor told me not to worry, it's gonna be okay. And now I have to run to my eye doctor because I'm getting light therapy to get rid of my macular. I'm 70. A lot of shit's going on with me. So I have to run to the eye doctor. I'm late. I call them. They say, okay. I go get my light therapy. Today I did session 6. I have 3 more. And then every 3 or 4 months, I've got to do it again. And driving back and forth to Glendale 9 times. Oh, God. Anyway, what we do. And thank goodness there's this to do, right? So then I run back to Encino because now we've got to go to Snuffy's doctor, where his neurologist, where he had his DBS surgery, because they're going to do an adjustment on his lines. And there have been some issues with his stuff. So, we need them to do it right, to get it right and do it right and get it perfectly. And we've had an issue with the person who's about to adjust him because the last time she adjusted him, she gave him dyskinesia. And so it's all very on. And as we're walking in to go to his doctor, we've been called. We're going down the hallway to the room. I get a call. Oh no, we're in the waiting room, about to walk down, and it's, hi, this is Huntington Hill. Do you have a minute to talk? And I'm like, okay, that is never good. You do not want to hear those words. Okay, we would like to have you come back in for a biopsy. What? There were suspicious calcification. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm not talking to the doctor. The doctor has not called me. It's now, I think, 2:30 in the afternoon, almost 3 in the afternoon. Not the doctor. I'm talking to some receptionist person, some scheduler. Not even the scheduler, like the person who just makes the calls. So she can't explain it, but she's starting to explain, and I'm way too what in my head to even hear what she's saying. And she's saying something about there were suspicious calcifications, and so we want to do this, and it's a needle biopsy, and blah blah blah. And someone's going to call you to schedule it, and on the day of the thing, stop all aspirin and Advil and everything for the next this is the schedule. Anyway, this woman's talking to me. She said the schedule is going to call, and meanwhile I'm like, whoa, and I'm calling somebody else's place where they do everything right away and you don't have to wait. I'm thinking, I gotta get this taken care of, and I can't be going to this big place where you get lost. And so I call that place, and they don't do what I need. Tony, you can a stetostatic, I think. Anyway, I can't remember exactly what it's called, and I'm not good with that stuff anyway. And meanwhile, then the scheduler calls me within 2 minutes, and she said, well, we really don't have anything till February. I'm like, February? And she said, well, wait. And I almost start crying. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, please. It's already been blah, blah, blah. And she said, okay, December 1st. And I'm like, wait a minute, December 1st? It's November, I don't know what day it was then. 18, I don't know. It was, no, what? And then we figured it out that it was right after Thanksgiving, and that this was late Thursday afternoon. So I said, listen, if you get a cancellation Friday, or she said, you can't lift anything heavy for 2 days, you can't do any exercise, you have to take it easy. And I thought, oh, I can't have it done right before Thanksgiving. How am I going to lift this 24-pound turkey and cook and serve and do everything if I can't do anything? And if I have to be fragile, wait, you put the word here. Let me see what it is. See, I don't have my, a stereotactic. Okay, a stereotactic. There you go. I knew Tony would have that for me. So I said, well, if you get a cancellation on Friday or Monday, last Friday, today, that would still give me 3 days before Thanksgiving, but it really wouldn't have been good if it would have been today, because I still would have been on the fragile side, and who wants to have to do that and be afraid that I'm going to do something and hurt myself? So then she starts explaining, we put you in the mammography thing, you're sitting up, you're awake, fuck! That guides, the mammography machine guides the needle, you're sitting up, you're not going to feel it, they're going to numb it, but I've heard that you feel it and it hurts. and yeah, my doctor did say everything was fine. My doctor thought it was all bullshit and they were just doing it to be political and get more money for my diagnostic mammogram. So because there was no indication, so it turns out on the ultrasound, they can't see these calcium things and they're so small. And even the doctor, it turns out I signed up for this AI evaluation, which you pay an extra $40 for. And so ChatGPT basically and the radiologist go back and forth determining so something they probably wouldn't have seen a year ago is going to show up because of AI. And, you know, they're going to catch things much quicker for women, but they're also going to catch things and get false positives, unfortunately. Don't know what it is until you do the test. The numbing is inflammatory, stingy. Oh God, don't tell me, Tony. I don't want to hear. I don't want to walk in there with any preconceived notions and freak myself out even more. So please, everybody, spoiler alerts, don't tell me anything. I'll find out when I get there. I don't want the nit and the gritty because it'll just, already now I'm going to be obsessed about the stingy. So the less I know, the better, and it'll just happen. Now I know that. Anyway, I can take it. I will meditate. I will be okay. Plenty of other people have lived through it. Turns out as soon as I found out I had to do this, turns out my therapist has had it done twice. A sponsee of mine has had it done. Everybody's had it done. Not everybody. A lot of people have had it done. And I will live through this no matter what. But it's yucky. And then it's next Monday, and then I'm going to have to wait a whole nother week to find out the results, which is crazy making. And I know somebody that went somewhere else and they got results the next day. That's not going to happen here. So, yeah, all this hanging over Thanksgiving, thank God. I set it up my gut told me to make it easy, to get that turkey. Snuffy was great and said, order it. Thank goodness. If I was first having to cook, it's going to be a good distraction having to do all the things I have to do. We did our Costco shopping. We did not do our supermarket shopping yet. We'll do that. We were going to do it tonight, and we'll do it tomorrow. There's nothing I can really pre-cook with what I'm doing, so I'm going to be very busy Thanksgiving morning. We're going to drive to Venice. Then as soon as I get back, I have to start cooking. So, and then we'll have a house of people, and then we have 2 parties over the weekend. No, I think the parties are the weekend after the thing. But yeah, I got it, Tony. Of course. We do what we got to do, right? We're strong women, and we don't melt, and we get through it all. And we've had yucky things, and we've lived through those too. And meanwhile, I had gone to the allergist, Carol, and found out, to use the nasal spray and my allergy pill. And for a few days, I was doing better. When I started doing the spray, I was like, oh, my ears weren't clogged. My nose was pretty clear. And then in the last day and a half, my ears have been completely driving me crazy. Not right now, but they were driving me crazy. Wait, let me see what you guys are saying. Sorry you're going through this. Thank you, Esther. I'm gonna be happy to take all prayers a week from Monday. Thank you. I will be reminding you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna do this show next Monday. I'll see how I'm feeling. I will go live unless I'm too I don't want to put on makeup. I will go live, even if it's just sitting down on my couch and talking to you guys for a few minutes next Monday. I am not doing a Game Changers this Wednesday. I am scheduled to do one with Wendy Moten, who I love so much, next Wednesday. And I talked to her and I said, well, should we cancel it? I have this thing. And she said, no, we're going to laugh the whole time. And Tony said, no, don't cancel. It'll be a good distraction. And it will, but that means I have to work. After I'm going to have to work the day of the thing, and I'm going to have to work the next day, and I'm going to have to, and that's probably a good thing. So, anyway, yeah, I've had cloggy ears, and I really stuck to my Sun Fair, and I've been on the elliptical every day, and I'm not losing weight. I lost 2 pounds. It's impossible. I don't know what is going on. Snuffy and I were looking at pictures from 2 years ago, and I'm like, what happened to that body? I complained about it like hell then, but I would kill for that now. Hi, Barbara Salmon. So yeah, I'm just having a hellacious time trying to lose weight. But I'm getting fit again, which is really good. I've been working out since we got back from New Orleans. I think we got back on November 2nd or 3rd or something. And I started working out then, and today's the 24th. So yeah, I've been working out for a few weeks, and I'm back on the elliptical the last 2 weeks, which is great. We had a dog whisperer for Rufus today, Natalie, who gave us some good tips and helped us. Hi, Gina. It's funny. My far vision was supposed to be world better because I'm doing this light treatment, and yet you're so late. Oh, I was really late, Gina. Don't worry. Yeah, you're later than me, but it's okay. Anyway, this light treatment is supposed to get rid of my macular and make my far vision, crisp and better. So I'm not done. I have 3 more sessions, and hopefully, and I think actually my night vision has gotten better since I started. I did notice that at night, I was getting kind of a little bit, and now I feel like things are really crisp at night. So I don't know, it's doing what it's doing. What else? Yeah, it's been a wonky, since Thursday, kind of wonky time for me, trying to stay out of my head and not worry. And of course, everybody's got a story, and hang on. Sorry, just hearing the tail end. And what? Going to New York City tomorrow morning. Oh, have a wonderful time. Yes, I have to have a biopsy. So I wanted to do a little educating. Yes, I have to have a boob biopsy. I had a diagnostic mammogram, and I have calcifications that need clarification. And I just want to put a word out to everybody about how we ask people what's going on with them and how we comfort them. Because someone reached out to me emphatically a couple times saying, did you get good results? Did you get good results? And I didn't get good results. Now, why would you come at it like that? Leaving it open for someone to have to say no. It's like asking someone, did you get the job? Did you get the part? Who asks those kind of questions? You say, how'd your audition go? Or how are you? How are you feeling after your audition? You don't did you get the part? Did you get a good result? Because then I had to say, no, I didn't. I have to have a biopsy. And then, as if that wasn't enough, then the person said, well, it's just for precaution, right? And I'm like, everything is precaution until they give you an answer. What kind of thing is that to say? You just say, I wish you well, I'll be praying for you, I'm thinking about what? And I kind of didn't answer either of those questions. And then finally I went in there and I said, you can ask anybody, you can say anything to anybody you want, but to me, I'd rather you not ask me a question that I have to answer negatively. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel helpful. And it doesn't put me in a good place to answer these kind of questions. It's really helpful to say, I'm thinking of you. How are you? I'm here. Can I do anything for you? Or I'll be praying for you or sending you love. That helps. This other shit doesn't help. Don't do that. I hope none of you're all too smart. You would never ask those kind of questions of somebody. So I don't know if I educated this woman and will ever stop her from doing that kind of damage again, but it really fucked with me, and as you can tell, it still is. It really annoyed me that she asked those questions and was so insensitive. And, thank you. Why you don't tell people. But, that's the thing. I don't like keeping these things inside, because for me, we're only as sick as our secrets. and even you only have to tell one person and then it's not a secret. But for me, I feel it's better to air things out and talk them out so that otherwise it's just in my brain, right? Busy brain. And I still have busy brain more than I would like to, but I have less busy brain doing that. I don't know if there are stars, Andrew. I don't think anybody's given stars, so I don't know if there are stars. I'm guessing, I don't know. You'll have to tell me. But thank you for, and that's the other thing is that, when I went to the allergist and he said, it's just allergies, because I didn't go to an allergist. I went to an ear, nose, and throat. But he said my drip in the one side and my stuffy ears were allergies. Oh, just do this, just do that. And he said if you had that other bad thing, you'd have all these other symptoms. You'd have headaches, blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, I've had headaches almost every day since. And I'm sure that it's stress from this stuff. I'm sure that's it. Hi, Laura. But I really do have to call the doctor and tell him. And I've also been getting migraine warning symptoms. Like I maybe would normally get one every 2 months or 3 months. I've been getting them a couple times a week at least. But Snuffy's also had peppermint bark in the house. And I've been eating chocolate, and chocolate is not good. Chocolate is a migraine trigger. And so I had a piece of his peppermint bark, and it doesn't take a lot. He's been eating it like crazy, but I had a little piece, a couple days in a row, not good. Not gonna do it, shouldn't be doing it. What? Releasing the stress and fear of the unknown is cathartic. It is cathartic, and it does help. Gina, I had 4 of the same biopsy. Oh, wow. I had 4 calcification, and right behind my nipple, they had hit the nerve by accident. Oh my God, please don't tell me horror stories, Gina. You can tell me your horror stories after I'm out, but please, oh my God. No horror stories, please. Nobody tell me scary stuff. Sure, send Rufus out, Snuffy. And so Rufus had the dog whisperer today to help him calm down and not be so anxious. Rufus, very anxious dog. So Natalie was wonderful, and she really is training us, not Rufus. And thank you so much for the love and prayers, Jody. I really appreciate it. So she's training us how to walk Rufus and how to hold the leash and do all of this stuff to help him, and what to do on Thanksgiving when people arrive. Go outside, meet them outside, and then all walk in together. Tony, I had, you had a migraine last night that was like tripping on acid. Oh my God. Today you have you have the hangover. You have what? I had ocular migraine. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's awful. Come on, Rue. Come on, Rue. Let's go. Everybody's waiting for you. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. He's going to want something, so let me get something for him.
He's a little slow today.
Huh?
He's a little slow.
He's a little slow. I noticed that. I'm getting Rufus some. Oh, my ass is. Uh-oh. There goes my bracelet. Okay, Rufus. Sit. 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 Good boy. I don't know if they can see you. Wait a minute. Let's see if they can see you. There you go. Okay. Gentle. Very gentle. Good boy. There's a Rufus. There's Rue who got schooled today. Actually, Snuffy and I got schooled. Good boy. It's almost dinner time. I don't want to give you more. So Rufus had Natalie today. I have to come down here. Who's training him? Here we are. There's me in the room. Me in the room. The Rufus in the morning walks through my legs. It's very cute. Rufus, say hi to everybody. Say hi, sweet boy. Who's my sweet boy? Who's my sweet boy? Yes, that's my sweet boy. That's my sweet boy. You good boy? So my head's getting cut off. So anyway, so Natalie is teaching us how to help Rufus not be so anxious, so he can enjoy life more, not be so nervous. He's a very nervous dog. He's not nervous when it's just me and Snuffy, but when other people come around, he gets nervous. Now I'm doing a split to try and keep my head in the picture. And meanwhile, so I can't take Advil or aspirin, or I take a baby aspirin every day to, so I don't get migraines oh my God, I can't think of the word. You leaving, Rue? Bye, Rufus. No, that's not food, darling. That's hairspray. You don't want hairspray. As a preventative, that's what it is. Preventatively, I take yes, he's gorgeous, isn't he? I take an aspirin a day, baby aspirin, and I can't do that because of the procedure. So I'm not allowed to have Advil, I'm not allowed to have, any of that stuff, and I've had headaches. So I do have a migraine nasal spray, Zomig, and I did do that. And I'm not asking them if I can, because there's no way I'm not, because it's the only thing that wards off the headache. But I've had this headache, probably stress, and I realized I can take Tylenol. They didn't say don't take Tylenol. You can take Tylenol. I'm going to take Tylenol as soon as the show's over. Because I'm like, yeah, I get, ugh. And then I'm like, so is it the meninges? Is it, what is it? No what? No omega-3 vitamins. Yes, I know. They told me no fish oil. Right, I got that. I stopped all of that stuff. In fact, I'm going to probably end up stopping all my vitamins for another week because I'm not going to fuck with it. Who knows what's, no ginkgo, no, all kinds. They gave me all kinds of things. And I could barely hear them when they were talking because I was so in my head as she was telling me what was going to go down. And now, everybody I speak to has a story, either themselves or their mother or their sister or their friend, and it's just on and on. So let me get to what we watched this week, and then I'll get out of here. And Snuffy and I'll eat some dinner, and we'll take some Tylenol. Hi, Patty. What's the nose spray? Oh, Flonase. It's a version of Flonase. 1 shot a day, pointing that way, except I've been doing 2 shots because my ears have been clogged. And it's funny, my ears feel better now. They were driving me crazy earlier, and they feel better now. Pumpkin pie, oh right, pumpkin pie is okay. Pumpkin pie is okay. Turkey's okay. Pecan pie is okay. Yes, all pecan pie. So, okay, this is what we've been watching, and I'm going to forget some because we have watched in the last week. We binged a few of the best shows that we've seen in a long time. So we finished Task. I told you guys about Task, which I can't recommend highly enough. All Her Fault. I don't know if we had started that last week. I don't think so, but we binged the whole thing. It is spectacular. All Her Fault. Fabulous. What's her name? From Sarah Snook from Succession. Spectacular. Then we also watched The Beast in Me with Claire Danes. I'm not a Claire Danes fan ever since her Billy Crudup, Mary Louise Matt, that whole thing. No, I lost my thing for Claire. I never really liked Claire Danes. It's really good. And after the first episode, I got over my feelings about her, and really good series, The Beast in Me. And then we started watching, it's number 2 on Netflix this week, Abstentia. And it's very, very dark and kind of repetitive, I feel like. The first few episodes were great, and you're like, wow, and this show has 3 seasons, and this is so great, we have a whole new binge. And we watched the first season pretty quickly, and we started the second. It's like, let's watch something else. It's like too much of the same and too dark, and everything is like the same heavy energy without enough there, and it's dark. Not just dark in spirit, but it's dark looking, and there's just no variety to it. It kind of got old. Vicki, have your vitamin B12 tested. vitamin B12. I take I take B vitamins regularly. I don't think that I'm vitamin deficient in any area. I take way more vitamin supplements than I probably should. Where was I going? Okay, so yes, so we're watching Abstentia, and we've put that sort of on the shelf. So we decided to try the Emma Thompson one down Cemetery Road, and didn't love it. And then we started another one, and that got like great raves. Didn't love it. We watched the morning show, didn't know it was the last episode of the season, and we fell asleep and we didn't even pick it back up. So we've got to go back and finish the morning show. I'm ready for it to be done for a year. Hopefully they can come back next year with a better storyline. Jennifer Aniston cannot hold a drama. Can't do it. She doesn't got it. Too super, doesn't work. For us, for me. What else are we watching? Oh, we're watching Murdoch, the Family Murders, I think it's called. Murdoch, the one with Patricia Arquette. And then we remembered we forgot to watch the last episode, which we did last night. I don't know what we're going to dive into today. I've got a list. We've gone through a lot of the list, but I feel like there's a lot more on the list. So we'll go back, dive into the list. I think we're going to give Abstentia a little break for a while. I think we've had enough of that darkness for a bit. So if you have anything to recommend, I am recommending All Her Fault, Task, The Beast in Me, yay for all of them. And the first season for Abstentia. Oh, and of course we're watching Pluribus, which everyone in the world is watching these days. And I thought episode 1 and 2 were excellent. 3, was like, but 4 was good. Really liked 4. So we're back on the Pluribus train there. And looking for the next great binge, because The Beast in Me and All Her Fault and Task were all excellent series. Love when we find a great one. So, all right, it's 6:20 and the light's getting in my eyes and annoying me because I've been kind of vulnerable, because when I go for that light treatment for my macula, they shine bright lights in my eyes, and that's not good for me. And right now I'm staring into a bright light all this time. So I'm going to go. I will not see you guys Wednesday. Maybe I'll go live for a couple minutes just to say hey in the next few days. I appreciate all your good thoughts and prayers more than I can even tell you. So much love has come at me from you guys, always ongoing, and it means the absolute world to me. You really, more than I can tell you. You are my chosen family. You are the people. You've been with me for a couple years, every day through everything, the pandemic and everything, and I just really appreciate all of you. So thank you. And now I'm getting migraine warning signs from staring into. Don't stare into the light, Carol Ann. Tony, I hope you feel better. Carol, I hope your allergies get better. Please, Monday, my thing is very early in the morning. It's we have to be there before 7:30, so early. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a delicious and wonderful holiday. I love you all. Sending so much love. And I'll be around, but I'll definitely be back a week from Wednesday with Wendy Moulton. I'll probably get on next Monday to shoot the shit, even if I'm just sitting on my couch. So thank you so much, Tony. Thank you so much, everybody. Lots of love to you. Okay, take care. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving. A lot to be grateful for.